Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad FAIZAL bin SAFFIAN. My matric card numbers 2026323295. Today, my group members and I will be presenting our group project for the ACC407 Fundamental Accounting and Reporting. So now I will introduce my group members. We have Muhammad Fitrie, Muhammad NURFARHAN, AFHZAL ILYASSA, and also myself, Muhammad FAIZAL. In this video presentation, we will explain the business background, business characteristics, classification of business item, the recording process, and strength and the weakness of the TP Cafe. So now I will explain about my part, business background and business characteristics. So firstly, TP Cafe, also known as Trois Porchelet Cafe, is a family-owned food business located at Pasar Besar Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. So, the TP Cafe was established in 1976 and has been operating almost 50 years. This shows that the business has a strong customer base, is able to maintain its operation for a long period of time. Currently, the cafe is owned managed by Madam Lee Lan Eng Yi Lan, who took over the business in 2016 from her family members. Therefore, TP Cafe can be considered a family business that has been passed down from one generation to another. Based on our interview section with the owner, TP Cafe specializes in traditional local food. Among the main product offered ayam cake and chichong fan, which are popular among regular customer and the visitor to Pasar Besar Seremban. The business operates as a sole proprietorship, which means the business is owned and controlled by only one owner. As a result, the owner has full authority over the daily operation and the business decision. So now, I would like to explain the business characteristics of Trois Porchelet Cafe. The first characteristic is about business registration. TP Cafe is officially registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia or SSM. This regulation allows the business to operate legally in Malaysia and ensure compliance with the business regulation. So next, the business characteristics is management and control. Since TP Cafe is a sole proprietorship business, the owner personally manage and control all business activities. Important decisions such as purchasing ingredient, determining the price, and handling daily operation are made directly owner without approval other parties. The third characteristic is unlimited liability. As a sole proprietor, the owner bears all business risks and losses. The business is mainly financed using the owner's personal capital. Therefore, if the business faces financial difficulty, the owner is personally responsible for settling any debt or obligation. So the next characteristic, a simple business structure. The TP Cafe does not have a complete management hierarchy. This allows decisions made quickly and efficiently. Communication is also more direct because there are fewer levels of management involved. So lastly, TP Cafe practice a family workforce approach. Based on our interview with the owner, the business does not employ permanent workers. Instead, the owner's son assists in the daily operation of the TP Cafe and receives an allowance for his contribution. This helps reduce labor costs while maintaining smooth business operation. So, I will summarize that TP Cafe, also known as Trois Porchelet Cafe, is a family-owned sole proprietorship business that has been operating since 1976. It's a long history, simple management structure, and family involvement have contributed to its sustainability and continuous success in serving customers at Pasar Besar Seremban. So, thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad NURFARHAN bin SHAFIE, and now I will be explain the classification of assets and liabilities of T.P Cafe based on the information obtained during the interview session with the business owner. First, the asset of T.P Cafe can be classified into two assets, that is current asset and non-current asset. For current assets, the business own cash, touch and go e-wallet balance, and inventory such as Milo packets, tea powder, coffee powder, tea packets, bread, sweetened coffee, condensed milk, and many other stuff. These assets are extremely important because they support the day-to-day operation of the business. And then cash and e-wallet balance represent the main source of liquidity for the business. Since T.P Cafe receive payments from the customers daily, having sufficient cash resources allows the owner to purchase inventories, pay operating expenses, and manage short-term financial needs effectively. The use of touch and go e-wallet also reflects the business adaptation to modern payment methods, providing convenience for customers and improving transaction efficiency. The inventories list are essential ingredients used in producing the food and beverage sold by the business. Without these raw materials, the business will not be able to generate revenue. Therefore, proper inventory management is important to ensure sufficient stock levels while avoiding excessive inventory that may increase storage costs or result in waste. Next, the business also owns several non-current assets, including a refrigerator, plastic tables and chairs, plates, cups, spoons, cooking spot, a stainless steel counter, a water boiling equipment, and business stall and other stuff. This asset contribute directly to the operational efficiency of T.P Cafe. For example, the refrigerator helps maintain the quality and freshness of the ingredients, reducing spoilage and improving cost control. The tables and chairs provide a comfortable environment for customers, which can positively influence customer satisfaction and repeat visits. Meanwhile, the stainless steel counter, cooking equipment, and sink support food preparation activities and help maintain hygiene standards. This is particularly important in the food and beverage industry because cleanliness and efficiency are key factors affecting customer confidence and business reputation. Moving on to the liabilities. Okay, T.P Cafe has several financial obligations that must be fulfilled regularly. These include monthly shop rental of RM143.10 that will be paid to the Majlis Bandaraya Seremban, utility expenses of approximately around RM150 per month, and employee salary expenses of RM400 per month, and the employee is the son of the owner. Although the liability reduce the business available cash. They are necessary for maintaining daily operation. The rental expenses allow the business to operate from a strategic location within the Seremban wholesale market, where there is a constant flow of potential customers. Utility expenses support essential operations such as lighting, food preparation, and cleaning activities. Employee salary expenses ensure sufficient manpower is available to assist in serving customers and maintaining business efficiency. Overall, the asset provide the resources needed to generate income, while liability represent the commitments required to support business operation. A proper balance between assets and liability enables T.P Cafe to maintain financial stability and continue operating efficiently in long term. Next, I will explain the classification of capital, revenue, and expenses of T.P Cafe. Firstly, the business was established using an initial capital contribution of RM30,000 in cash provided by the owner. This capital served as the foundation for starting the business and was used to acquire equipment, prepare the business premises and purchase inventories required for daily operation. As a TP Cafe operates as a sole, the owner is solely responsible for providing capital and managing business resources. The capital invested reflects the owner's commitment and confidence in long-term potential of the business. Moving on to the revenue, TP Cafe generates income mainly from beverage sales and snack sales. Beverage sales include the products such as teh o ice, ice Milo, coffee, hot coffee, coffee ice, teh tarik, teh ice and other stuff. While snack and the owner will give the light food item offered to the customer. Revenue is the primary source of income for the business and it's essential for covering operation expenses and generating profits. According to the interview findings, the business records an estimated gross profit of approximately 33,000 ringgit per month. In addition, profit of 385 ringgit and 450 ringgit were recorded on 13 June 2026 and 14 June 2026 respectively. These profit figures indicate that the business has a consistent customer base and is capable of generating regular income from its daily operation. The business location within the Seremban wholesale market contributes significantly to this performance because it provides access to traders, workers, and visitors who require food and beverage service throughout the day. Furthermore, the business signature products such as kuih keladi and chi chong fan help differently TP Cafe from competitors. Product uniques and customers' loyalty contribute positively to revenue generation and long-term business sustainability. However, in order to earn a revenue, the business must also incur various expenses. These include shop rental expenses, utility bills, employee salary expenses, and raw material costs. Among these expenses, raw material costs are particularly important because ingredients such as coffee powder, tea packets, bread, and condensed milk must be replenished regularly. Effective cost management is essential to ensure the expenses remain under control and do not significantly reduce profitability. The relationship between capital, revenue, and expenses is important because it determines the overall financial performance of the business. Capital provides the initial resources, revenue generates income, and expenses represent the costs incurred in the generated that income. In conclusion, TP Cafe demonstrates a healthy financial structure where the owner's capital supports operation, revenue is generated consistently from sale activities, and expenses are managed effectively to maintain profitability. Therefore, efficient management of capital, revenue, and expenses is essential for ensuring the continued success and long-term sustainability for TP Cafe. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Afzal ILYASSA. Today I will explain to you about the recording process practices by this business. Firstly, this business records its profit and loss after the end of each operating day, which means at the end of business hours, the owner calculate the total sales revenue generated throughout the day. This allows the business to determine whether it has achieved a profit in that day to help monitor its daily financial performance. Customers can make a payment through either cash or e-wallet transaction. The owner providing convenience and flexibility for transaction lah. Secondly, the business records its capital before daily operation begin. This is important because it helps the owner keep track of the amount of money available for a business activities. In addition, all transactions are manually recorded in a daily logbook. The logbook serves as a reference for monitoring sales activities and helps the owner review the business performance on a daily basis. Furthermore, the business keeps all the monthly purchase receipts in a expense record book. These receipts are important supporting document as they provide evidence of business expense incurred throughout the month. The record also assists the owner in managing financial information and more effectively and can be used for annual tax deduction purpose when required. In addition to the recording process, there are several other practices implemented by the business. One of the weaknesses identified is the certain hidden costs are not recorded. For example, of these hidden costs include damaged cups and plate, as well as spoiled food product. Since these costs are not documented in financial process record, the actual operating expenses of the business may not be accurately reflected as a result. Which means the business may face difficulties in determining its true probability and identifying areas where costs can be reduced. Another practices adopted by the business is its customer pricing strategy. The owner provides special prices to regular customers as a way of rewarding their loyalty and maintaining a strong relationship with them. The owner believes that offering slightly lower prices while maintaining the quality of product and service for their customer can attract more customers, encourage repeat purchases. Moreover, this pricing strategy has been practiced for generations and has become an important part of their customers' retention. By balancing pricing with good product, the business is able to maintain customer satisfaction and strengthen its long-term sustainability. That's conclude my presentation of the recording process of the business. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum and a very good days. My name is Muhammad Fitrie bin SULAIMAN. I would like to present you about the strength and the weakness of the recording process explained in part D. For T.P. Cafe, its sales and revenue was recorded for the manual handwriting book. Sales revenue is recorded after the business hour. It's supposed to be being recorded every each single transaction in occur to avoid overlook and to avoid mistake. The secondly is hidden costs are not disclosed, such as damaged food texture and food preparation equipment. It can cause loss and overall financial transactions are difficult to record on track. Something like in that day they got some glass broke and the owner didn't record the total loss of the glass for each cup. And the third one is the shop owner has a regular customer, which is a good one for the stall. However, the regular customer get the special price. The charge rate for every each service and food sales is determined by the owner itself, which is the record for the sale are inconsistent profit for each sale return value on that days, such as on that day they got the regular customer come. So for the basically the cup sales for the tea RM1 for a cup. So for the regular customer coming, they got this discount. Something like become 80 cents per cup. So they are lose with 20 cents per not recorded. And then the last one is the shop owner record transaction themselves using their own memory, and it's advisable to record transaction receipt, and accountant will manage inflow and outflow of financial resource, which is the owner has remind by his mind by using his memorize, and then after finish the job and closing the stall, and then the owner will write on the logbook is single transaction. That's bring us not good for accounting book. TP Cafe is open only on weekend and a public holiday, which is a not consistent working duration hour for the stall and for the business. TP Cafe also accept for QR payment and online banking. Online payment and QR got good transaction that can be recorded. According to the business owner, why they didn't provide the receipt? Because they want to cut costs. The customer are allowed to make a payment later if they forget to bring the cash or some money, so they can pay it later. That's not good for TP Cafe business because they didn't record it. They record after finish the business hour. It might be forgotten or it might be lost of calculation during that day for the profit. And the lastly, TV Cafe should be hire assistant for the accounting to counter check back their sales transaction and to ensure that business runs smooth with proper accounting. Hi, Assalamualaikum and a very good day. For this part, I will explain strength and improvement that could be taken by TP Cafe. Firstly, among the strength of TP Cafe is strong customer relationship. The owner maintain good relationship with customer, especially for a regular customer, which is help to retain customer loyalty and keep their business relevant over the years. Secondly, TP Cafe maintains its quality of its food and beverage by using quality ingredients. This allows cafe to preserve taste and reputation that have been built since 1976. Thirdly, the owner offer product for the affordable price, making TP Cafe competitive and attractive to the customer from different incoming group. Moving on to the improvement that could be taken, the first improvement is implement a proper accounting system. Currently, transaction are recorded based on memory and after business hour. Recording sales immediately or using point of sale system could improve accuracy and effective, which is the transaction will be right on the spot. Alright. The secondly, the owner should record the hidden costs such as spoiler food and damaged utensil because these expenses affect the actual profitability of the business. And the thirdly, TP Cafe should standardize its pricing policy and provide receipt for the customer. This would improve transparency between customer and the business owner and help maintain consistent revenue for his business. Lastly, the business should maintain consistent operating hour, adopt the digital technology for record keeping and business management. This improves would enhance operating efficiency and support the long-term sustainable of TP Cafe, such as the recording for a business. In a nutshell, TP Cafe has several strengths, particularly in customer relation, product quality, and affordable pricing. However, improvement in financial recording, cost management, and operating practice are essential to ensure continuous growth and long-term success. Thank you for all.
Laporan kira bulanan lah. Bulan sekali lah.
Memorize nanti dan balik mak buat sakit tu apakah lebih hati-hati
Dari yang begitu minggu. So kamu dia dah set atau belum? Akan kita bisa cek. Dia set nanti dengan set punya format semua betul okey. Tak boleh begitu.
okey faham okey so
Okey, so ada kowe kan, ada kowe. Maksudnya apa nama saya kan? Hati.
Apa nama saya?
Hati baik.
Ada kenapa saya? Tapi